Nicole Scott here for Mobile Geeks, and here I'm taking a look at the ASUS Zenbook Flip. So this is a 2-in-1 convertible. It's meant to be the world's thinnest at 10.9 millimeters. Now, one of the first things you'll notice is it's a little bit bouncy. I'm a little disappointed in this hinge construction. So this is actually a 2-stage hinge. So you can see down here that the first rotation happens on this side, and then the second rotation happens on that hinge. This is a classic Lenovo hinge, but Lenovo definitely didn't have issues of this being a little so bouncy. So first impressions on that, it's a little bit weak, but the display is gorgeous. If you take a look at it, it's 13.3 inches. It is 2K. We have some half-decent viewing angles on that. This is a very high-quality panel. Now, ASUS has also said that they've included a nano display. It's edge-to-edge glass, which is very nice. And then we can see that it's kind of, so basically when they say nano edge, they're meaning that they've reduced the bezel size. But if you look down here, that bezel ain't small. All they've done is like take the bezel away from here and add it to the bottom. To make it seem even less, they've made this part blue and this part black. So like really, if you think of it, that's almost 2 inches of bezel on the bottom of this display. So that is actually very disappointing. On the front there we have a webcam, and I can't wait to test that out in the final sample because on our Zenbook Deluxe, a 3 Deluxe review, it was very disappointing. So if we take a look at this keyboard, very nice, right? This is, like, ASUS has done a very good job with these keyboards, but as you can see, as I'm doing this, it's rather bouncy for a keyboard that I would want to recommend. I'm already a little skeptical about that, but just touching the keys, they feel great. My God, the travel on those is very big. The keys are nice and wide, large shift keys on the side over there, and then we have a large trackpad here, which does feel really, really nice. We have a Core i7 processor with 16 gigabytes of RAM under the hood, and I believe it goes up to a 1 terabyte PCIe SSD. Now, if we put this into tablet mode, overall in my hands, it does feel rather nice. So the keys don't feel really weird. The problem with holding a device like this is that you're palming a lot of the keys on the back, and I'd say that this feels less bad than a lot of other devices that I've tried out. But now what we're going to do is let's ask them, and then let's head into paint. Let's see if I can find some good old paint here. So now this pen, it comes with active pen support. It's not doing anything when I scroll down. Oh, it's not doing anything at all. Oh, good. Let's go back into tablet. Let's go back into notebook mode now. Oh, there we go. All right, and let's go into paint over here. I'm hoping that that's a. Oh, let's choose a color. Did I depress something? What's wrong with this pen? Oh, I'm on eraser. There we go. All right, now let's increase the size of this. All right, so we have 1,024 levels of pressure sensitivity, and I think it's 10 to 300 grams of pressure. So you can actually kind of see that, like the display seems to be flexing a little bit as I draw. But it feels really good. The pen feels very nice. We have a rubber tip on there. There's a little bit of movement. We have two kind of buttons, and then silver part here. ASUS collection, fancy. All right, so this is actually going to be coming in at $1,099. I like that it comes with an active pen. I'm not so excited about the movement on this display. I mean, these are pre-production samples. They are very early, so this could change, as well as the bounciness of the keyboard, but I don't actually expect that to change. Beautiful, gorgeous device. Again, with this ASUS spun metal finish on the back, looks very gorgeous. It's definitely one of my favorite designs on the market. And then, of course, we have this polished hinge that I went over. Now, we're just going to walk around the system. We have a Type-C connector right here. This is a fingerprint sensor, so it is the world's thinnest. I believe they said it's 3.5 millimeters by 16, fancy thin. We have a volume rocker here, so they do protrude quite a bit. There is a little bit of movement on the side to side there, so that's not that tight. But the power button has the same kind of thing where it wiggles. I'm hoping we don't see that in the final version because that just seems a little bit poor build quality. Headphone jack, and then we have a large fan around the side there. Now this device also comes with a 0.3 millimeter, what was it, like a poly something alloy or liquid crystal fan, I think they called it, which is like rather impressive because, oh, do you know what another big change that they've done here? The power button is on the side and it's not the delete. So traditionally on all the other Zenbooks, the power button is where this delete key's been. And on the Zenbook 3 Deluxe, when I reviewed it, I found that I was hitting this key and it was turning it off. So that's actually not going to happen anymore because your power button's located on the side, like I just said. So that is a nice switch that I'm expecting to see on this new one. And it's also supposed to have this like immediately fast response wake up time, which I guess we just saw there. So this has been my hands-on of the ASUS Zenbook Flip S. That's my detailed kind of first hands-on impression. And I'm going to mention one last thing before I go because I forgot to do it. With this hinge, when the display goes past 135 degrees, you can kind of see here, if we pay attention, it comes up, right? So there's an angle right here for typing. The display creates this like a little bit of an angle because it is so thin at 10.9 millimeters. We definitely want a little bit of angle on it, otherwise it's a little harder to type. Another thing that you can see on this angle is that it's a backlit keyboard because you can see the backlighting come through on that keyboard there. So I forgot to mention that. Actually, I didn't even know that that was a thing. So we have a backlit keyboard on this as well. Oh, there's icons there on the keyboard pointing that out. Guess if I'd noticed, I could have mentioned that sooner. All right, now this is going to be the end of my Zenbook Flip S hands-on. Nicole Scott here for Mobile Geeks.